When I got married with my wife, we had this dream of having many children, 3, 5, as many as we could. So on the 3rd year, we started trying for our first baby, and it was not successful. Nothing happened. Somewhere in the middle of the 5th year, my wife actually woke up this one morning, decided to do a test, and then woke me up after and said, "Hey, I'm pregnant." I'm like, wow, we've waited so long for this. A few weeks later, we discovered that there were some issues with the pregnancy, and we feared the worst. And we had done some scans, and we saw the baby in the womb, but it had no heartbeat. So the doctor was like, maybe wait a while, maybe the baby's still small, and things like that. And so we waited a few weeks, and we were having dinner one night, and my wife had some bleeding, and we immediately went to the doctor and had it checked. And the doctor confirmed that something's wrong. The baby has not grown even after a few weeks. There's no heartbeat. I prayed like I never prayed before. I claimed every promise in the Bible, even those that wasn't relevant. I was like, God, you got to do this. And I think I blackmailed and threatened God as well. I said things like, God, I'm a preacher. I tell everyone everywhere that prayer works and faith works. And God, if you don't revive our baby, no one's gonna believe you. I felt like, okay, that's it. That's the one. That's the one that will really move God, because He doesn't want His name to go to be shamed, right? So yeah, I was full of faith, and then I got a text from my wife, and she said, "Come home now." And I went home, and she had this tissue with blood on it, and I said, "Let's go to the doctors." Went there, and the doctor now did a scan and confirmed that she had a miscarriage, and it was a pair of twins. And so we were devastated. We didn't know what to feel. We didn't know what to feel like. We didn't know how to tell people about what happened, because we are faith people. We are prayer warriors. But then God didn't answer this prayer. We lost our babies, and not just one but two. So it was a very dark time. If you ask me if I know today why God did it, I couldn't give you an answer. I don't know why God did it. I don't know why, even though God could have done a miracle, He didn't. All I know is that our God is a good God. If He is God, and He is, but if we believe He is God, He's got to be God when times are good, and He must also be God when times are bad. And it's because God has been real to us before, in our past when we were growing up, that we did not give up on Him, and we just had to learn to trust Him. You can be a believer, you can be a preacher, you can be the bishop, you can be whatever, the most holiest of Christians. I don't think that exempts you from going through the valley. The Bible says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death." So we don't get to be exempted from the valley of the shadow of death. We've got to go through it, but the promise is that He will be with us. A few years later, we still wanted babies. We were still trying, because the doctor said after 3 months of recovery, you can start trying again. But there came one year, the year was 2015. My wife said to me, "You know what? I'm tired of trying." So I said to her, "You know what? Our church is having a 21-day prayer and fast. We are going to pray and fast for a miracle." Not long after that, my wife told me she's pregnant. And this is against all odds, against science, against medicine. They told us we had virtually 2% chance. My wife was pregnant with a child. On December 30th, 2015, our firstborn son was born. And we're so blessed to have him. His name is Zion. I'm just so thankful to God how He restored something that was lost.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope this video has blessed you. Our crowdfunding studio relies on the generosity of our viewers. So if you would like to help us capture more conversations like the one you've just seen, you can find all of the information on how to give in our bio.